I came from the food industry. My background was in culinary arts and restaurant management, but I got burnt out of restaurants, and I also grew up in a family business, my dad's company, which is in steel. When I turned probably closer to 30, there I was going back into the family business. In 2011, I read some food science from this guy, Nathan Myhrvold. They had asked him how to make pizza in a home environment. He literally said to Google your local steel shop and cut out steel for your shelf. I was in my office reading this on a Friday night, and I was like, holy fuck, like, you gotta be kidding me. So I literally ran out to my plant, and I grabbed a piece of steel. I came home with a piece of steel. My wife's like, what are you doing with that steel? I said, I'm making pizza. And she said, I'm not gonna eat it. In any case, I did. But wouldn't you know, after 7 minutes, my first bake on my steel, my pizza steel, 7 minutes, perfectly crispy on the bottom. So I was like, holy shit, here we got this new, amazing product kind of almost instantly after reading that article. But you have to go about a year and a half. There's a gap of time in between that it took me to bring this thing to market. My marketing strategy was, I didn't have one, was literally to email everyone and their mother that I knew in my contact list about this project. Again, I had no expectations. I was really nervous. I thought we could do 100 units in 30 days. We actually hit our number, our $3,000 number, within 24 hours. But we got to 530 days, and literally it was like an oh shit moment. What do we do now? Like the 30 days ended. I don't even have a website. Right? It's like, shit, we need a place for people to go to pre-order now the product. The word of mouth traveled so fast because it was a new product and it was a heavy product, so it just really stood out. We got a really injection of media coverage right out of the gates. I think we post something every single day. On vacation, I'm usually using the kitchen I'm vacationing in and making pizza, you know? So I'm traveling in different parts of the country, always creating content. You know, kind of like the Gary Vee approach about content, about teaching. And in my eyes, it's like, if I can teach you to make dough or improve your dough process at home, and then you use my product, well, guess what? You're producing like legendary pizza at home. So marketing became pretty easy at that point. So I would educate a little bit, but then customers would use it, and it would be a win-win situation almost every single time. I was scared to death to really take that leap. I had a pretty steady job, right? It was a 9 to 5, pretty steady. I have 2 kids and a family and a house in Cohasset, and I had a pretty cozy life, and I said, I want to spin this thing off. I wanted a flavor of that entrepreneurship. So I was scared shitless to do it, for sure. Still am, but I'm learning every single day. When you work in the corporate world and you have a 9 to 5 job, it becomes very systematic. Like, you know, you have lunch this time, you go to the gym. When you start working on your own, it took me a couple of years to kind of separate that. I used to come in here and just grind it out. Then I realized, wait a minute, I'm working 7 days a week. I need to take care of myself first. It's okay for me to go out and go for a run in the middle of the day, right? And clear my head. That took a while. So I struggled with that in the beginning. I gained a lot of weight. I probably drank too much wine at night because I didn't know how to handle some of these things. Because you're working as an entrepreneur, building a brand 7 days a week. I gotta make sure I sleep right. You know, all these things are just because I think if I'm a better version of myself, the brand and those people around the brand will realize that. As a marketer and working with big corporations, you get lost. One thing I really loved about Baking Steel and the brand is the interaction. But now we have an opportunity to bring in people one-on-one and interact with them. From a scale point of view, 10 people a week, it's gonna take a long time to sell 1 million baking steels, but That's just one of our avenues, one of our channels, and that's probably the most powerful one that we have, is each week, having this one-on-one time with folks is incredibly powerful. And we just absolutely love it. But from a marketing point of view, if we show them a good time and we can make good pizza for them and they can replicate that, shoot, that speaks, levels for our product. It's amazing.